Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixie Land. We are in Bible study. My name is Amy. I am an ordained minister. We are in the NIV, and we will be through 2025. In 2026, we'll start the KJV. So right now, though, we are in the book of Genesis. We are in chapter 35, and we are doing verses 1 through 29, which is all of chapter 37. This is also a good time to remind you that if you are interested in the KJV, available on the Facebook page, which has the same name as this YouTube channel, is all of my Cliff Notes, sort of modern translations is what I call them. My Cliff Notes version of how that applies to modern life for all of the KJV Proverbs. They're already posted on there. Right now, the NIV is also being posted, so you can feel free to compare the language. Tell me what you don't like about it. Okay, so in this video, though, Genesis chapter 35, verses 1 through 29, so let's jump in. Jacob returns to Bethel. 35, verse 1. Then God said to Jacob, "Go up to Bethel and settle there, and build an altar there to God, who appeared to you when you were fleeing from your brother Esau." So, okay. So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods you have with you, and purify yourselves, change your clothes. Then come, let us go up to Bethel, where I will build an altar to God, who answered me in the day of my distress, who has been with me wherever I have gone." So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods they had and the rings in their ears, and Jacob buried them under the oak at Shechem. Okay. Then they set out, and the terror of God fell upon the towns around them, so that no one pursued them. So basically, they trekked through areas, and nobody was, nope, I don't know who they are, and I don't want to know. Let them leave. Jacob and all the people with him came to Luz, that is Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There he built an altar, and he called the place El Bethel. That's E. El Bethel means God of Bethel. Okay. In the land of Canaan. There he built an altar, and he called that place El Bethel because it was there that God revealed himself when he was fleeing from his brother. Okay. Now Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died and was buried under the oak below Bethel. So it was named Alan Bakuth. Alan Bakuth. And that's got a footnote, of course. Alan Bakuth means oak of weeping. Oh. I wonder if it was actually a desert willow. Because I have a desert willow. I like a lot of them. That's the primary tree in my yard is desert willows. After Jacob returned from Paddan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God had said to him, "Your name is Jacob." Jacob means grasp the heel, or figurative, he deceives. "But you will no longer be called Jacob. Your name will be Israel." Israel means struggles with God. Your name will now be struggles with God. So he named him Israel. And God said to him, "I am God, Almighty," or El Shaddai. "Be fruitful and increase in number. A nation and community of nations will come from you, and kings will come from your body. The land I gave to Abraham and Isaac, I also give to you, and I will give this land to your descendants after you." Then God went up from him at the place where he had talked with him. And Jacob set up a stone pillar at that place where God had talked to him, and he poured out a drink of offering on it. He also poured oil on it. Jacob called this place where he talked with him, where God talked with him, Bethel. Bethel means house of God. The deaths of Rachel and Isaac. Then they moved on from Bethel while there was still some distance from Epirath. Rachel began to give birth and had great difficulty. And she was having real difficulty in childbirth. And as she was having real difficulty in childbirth, the midwife said to her, "Don't be afraid, for you have another son." As she breathed her last, for she was dying, she named her son Ben-Oni. Ben-Oni means son of my trouble, but his father named him Benjamin. Benjamin means son of my right hand. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Epirath, that is, Bethlehem. Over her tomb, Jacob set up a pillar, and to this day, that pillar marks Rachel's tomb. Israel moved on again and pitched his tent between Migdal and Eder. While Israel was living in that region, Reuben went in and slept with his father's concubine, Dinah, and Israel heard of it. Jacob had 12 sons. The sons of Leah: Reuben, the firstborn of Jacob; Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel: Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Rachel's maidservant Bilhah: Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Leah's maidservant Zilpah: Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Paddan Aram. Then Jacob came home to his father Isaac in Mamre near Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had stayed. Isaac lived 180 years. Then he breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people, old and full of years, and his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. And that is the story of Isaac, and the beginning of the story of Israel.